Brian Anderson here, joined by Grant Hill, Tim Legler, and our reporter, Allie LaForce. So Toronto will get the first possession. Here's Quickly. Pass to Garnett. Quickly outside. Oh, it's blocked! It deflects off the backboard. Toronto's shooting their first free throws of the night now. He misses the free throw. Tim, with his agility and that 7'3" wingspan, Scotty Barnes can guard virtually anyone.
Well, because he's got the combination, Brian, of lateral quickness and physicality. He is great at the point of attack and fighting through screens. Just a top-shelf defender.
Here's Kessler. And the three off target. Pass to Barrett. Here's Garnett. Here's the three. Hits the trifecta.
And keeping everyone involved early. Now, that typically pays dividends.
And it gives the defense a lot more to think about.
And Bailey gets it to go.
A confident answer from Bailey. The rookie wanting to prove he can hang.
And the call is going to be, yes, an illegal screen.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Also, the ball handler needs to wait until the screener's feet are set.
Now here's Bryant. Right side Ingram. Here's the pick. He shoots. Up again. Controls the rebound and the putback.
Oh, phenomenal hustle. He has a knack for those boards.
Man, he is tenacious when that ball goes up. And the three-pointer goes.
And I want to see Markkanen continue to shoot from deep because he's a quality sniper with impressive range.
Quickly outside. Clock at 6. To the inside. Here's Garnett. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
A beautiful job that time orchestrating the offense by Quickly.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
All it takes is a half second of carelessness, and someone will be rocking the rim going the other way.
Yeah, a strong move to the rack draws that foul.
And you look for bright spots in this developing core for Utah, Grant. What stands out?
Well, I think it's the front court, B.A. You have two gifted scoring forwards in Markkanen and Bailey. Then you've got Walker Kessler, an elite shot blocker, manning the middle.
Here's Bailey. It's rebounded by Barrett.
Might like a do-over there. Quality look inside.
Slam home, and they call the foul. He's headed to the stripe for one more.
What a pass right there. Coaches love seeing guys making it easy for their teammates.
And while the Raptors are rebuilding, they're not bottoming out like some teams out there, Grant.
Yeah, they have some pieces. I mean, some young guys who can really play. And with the lottery odds flattened out in the play-in tournament, that middle road is more agreeable than in years past.
Now here's Quickly. Outside Barrett. Here's Garnett. No good on the three. Now Kessler. Pass to Bailey. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. We've got 1:48 left to play in the first. Inside. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
He's just an aggressive finisher there inside.
Hey, when you got bounce like that, you feel like you can take on anybody. Kessler, no good. The Raptors with a lead. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Will Hardy gave me a few minutes to catch up with him.
I asked him about Brandon Ingram and the challenges that he presents, and he said to me he is a tremendous scorer with impressive range. Not only that, he's extremely clever at creating scoring opportunities for himself. We got to crowd his space whenever we can. We'll see how aggressive their defense is against him tonight.
Brian, back over to you.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. From the wing, and there's Toronto with another bucket.
Ingram understands what his team needs from him in this offense, and that means looking to score.
Here's Bryant, plenty of space. Nice touch on the bank shot.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
Well, you just have to communicate those switches. If you don't, it's on you.
Now here's Barrett. And out of bounds. The Jazz will take it.
Substitution on the court.
And it's Utah with the ball. Bryant on the drive. Marking it from long range. Bryant. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Bryant's got 5 points.
He has the knack for being in the right spot at the right time. Gets a lot of sneaky points with his work on the glass.
And so both teams trading buckets as we end the first quarter. Jazz out in front, up by 2.
Toronto, 14.
Good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after this first quarter of play. And what stands out to you from Utah in this one?
Well, it's pretty obvious. I mean, cashing in on extra opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Well, it is tough to lose when you get that many more chances to score.
Down low. Here's Mikhailuk. Here's Nurkic. Clock at 2. Tim, so many different offensive systems in the NBA. You have a personal favorite to watch?
Yeah, I think I've got a soft spot in my heart for those systems that involve player movement and ball movement, particularly trying to get shooters looks off of screens.
I love the .5 offenses, in and out of the hands, moving the ball fast.
No doubt about it, very difficult to defend. Yeah, I love that. He comes off the pick and takes it right to the hole.
He takes it in, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
His hang time on the rim puts a sweet cherry on top, B.A.
It's a close game, and those displays of explosiveness can jumpstart a team.
We've all fallen in love with the three-point shot, but that is how the game was designed to be played. Down low, get close, open looks.
Not the tallest center in the league, he more than makes up for it with those crazy hops.
Here's Murray Boyles. And a miss there on the triple. Jazz leading by 3. Here's Collier. Again, Utah good for 2.
I'll tell you what, they are on fire this quarter, taking total command of this game.
They set a pick. Pass to Murray Boyles. The 3. It's hauled in by Collier. And Utah has possession. 5-point lead, biggest of the game. Next matchup, they'll be at home against the Wizards. And that'll be the finale in their 4-game homestand. Mobo can't hit.
Ooh, old school right there. No easy buckets.
Well, Tim, you hear about the move to positionless basketball. The Raptors are well equipped.
Yeah, they are loaded with athletic wings and interchangeable pieces, which gives them a high level of versatility.
Well, the grimace of pain tells it all. He's hurt. Let's hope he's okay.
And hopefully it's not as bad as it looks. That would be a big blow for them.
Well, you just feel awful for them. Injuries are the very worst part of this game.
And so Will Hardy calls the timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Outside Ingram. Pass to Garnett. Outside for Ingram. Just 5 on the clock. Takes it inside. Nurkic with some nice D.
And even though he couldn't send the shot back at him, he certainly altered it.
And sometimes that's all you need to do to force that miss.
And sends it home with some passion.
I think he's rubbing it in a little bit here. Hanging up there like that. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thank you, guys. Raptors coach
Coach Darko Rajakovic explained what he's looking for on the offensive end. He said, quote, it's unselfishness, ball and body movement, playing together and making each other better. Also, you have to be able to adjust. Basketball is not set in stone. If it was, it would be a recipe. Back to you.
Yeah, got to roll with the punches. Thank you, Allie. Drives to the hoop. Collier, no good. Raptors trailed by 5. Here's Garnett. And a two-handed jam!
You like how Barrett always keeps his eyes open, watching the court for those assist opportunities.
The third pick in the 2019 draft, R.J. Barrett has that ideal build for an NBA wingman.
Well, B.A., he definitely has that. 6'6", strong, athletic. But what's the biggest key for R.J. going forward? It's consistency with his shooting, which can complement his ability to create off the dribble.
Shot is good by Mamukelashvili.
Oh, you gotta love the back and forth, showing real confidence at the arc.
And when you give up a 3, there's always this instinct to try and get it back immediately.
Nurkic's shot is good.
And this has been the story for them so far. They've been lights out from range, particularly in this quarter.
To the wing, right side. Outside Ingram. To the middle. Here's Garnett. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
That's the right pass to make. Beautiful job.
Boy, that foul looked intentional. Not exactly what you'd expect here.
Yeah, I know. It just doesn't make sense, given the situation. You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Here's Collier. Rebound, Toronto. Oh, and there's a one-hand jam.
I just love how he runs the floor with energy and intensity, but still stays under control.
In this league, you run whenever you can. It's so much easier to score in transition.
Yeah, in the paint, Nurkic can be a monster. He's got all the physical gifts he needs to dominate.
8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Murray Boyles. Lets it go from deep. The rebound by Filipowski. Jazz leading by 4. Here's Collier. He's got 5. Filipowski sets a screen. Jacks up a 3. The putback.
I always love the hard work on the glass. Just great activity.
It's stolen by Nurkic. And so it's Utah with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. What has them in front right now, by and large, they're taking great shots. More NBA on 2K Sports right after this. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one, as both teams trying to gain an edge. And it's Utah with the ball. 6-point lead. A moment here for an injury report.
The head athletic trainer for Utah is providing some information. Apparently that knee was twisted pretty severely. No torn ligaments, but still significant pain and swelling. It's a blow to a team that was hoping to be healthy coming down the stretch. It looks like their depth will be tested now.
Okay, Allie, thank you.
Well, that is encouraging, but it's also important to make sure he is 100% before he returns. You don't want to hurry back and risk further injury.
And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And stolen by Barrett. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
Well, R.J. Barrett right there playing with an edge. I want to see more of that from him.
It's Bryant with a drive. And then Bryant with the dunk.
Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now. Barrett can't hit.
That's a cold start out of the break. Only one of his first 4 has he gotten to go.
Here's Kessler. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Raptors trail by 9. To the right side. Here's Mamukelashvili. Sinks the tray. Mamukelashvili's got his second basket of the night.
Well, the defense needs to be better there. They gave way too much space.
Oh, Markkanen drills the 3. Legs, when you're watching a young team play, what are the things you're looking for?
Well, look, a lot of teams have young players who are focused on making a name for themselves, but I like to see unselfishness. Those guys who can play with a team-first winning mindset, those are the guys that you keep long-term.
Play D, do the dirty work, stay in the rotation.
About sums it up.
And since arriving in Toronto, his hometown, R.J. Barrett has seen his game take a step forward, Grant.
Yeah, B.A. And in particular, his playmaking has gone to another level. If he could ever get his shot right, then he really will be off and running.
And the whistle on the shot. Got some contact there. Misses the shot, but he'll shoot two.
And really pushing the action at the defense. That's one of the things Barrett does very well.
So he can't get either to fall. Utah leading by 10. Here's Markkanen. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. Well, Lauri Markkanen comes from a family full of athletes, Graham.
Oh, yes, indeed, B.A. Lauri's mom and dad were both pro basketball players, and so was one of his brothers. And his other brother is a professional soccer player. So it definitely runs in the family.
And it's Shed missing. Here's Utah to the paint. Howard down after the assist led him to the lane.
A big-time slam right there by Bailey. You know, good to see this young man play with such authority.
Out to the wing. Here's Murray Boyles. And again, Toronto, no good. And the Jazz with possession. They're on a 14-6 run. To the inside. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
All it takes is a half second of carelessness, and someone will be rocking the rim going the other way.
And finished off by Kessler.
And he's battling for everything, doing all he can to help extend their lead.
Just throwing down the putback with authority.
Leaving some skin on the floor. Those are pure hustle points.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Hey, guys. Lauri Markkanen is a 7-footer with touch, but he can also attack off the dribble. Referencing comparisons to Dirk Nowitzki, he said, quote, when someone hits a fadeaway jumper, they say, that's the Dirk. Maybe someday I'll get the drag step to be called the Lauri. Back over to you.
That's a sweet move, too. All right, Allie, thanks for the report. There's a screen by Nurkic. Collier, no good. Raptors trail by 17. Pass to Quickly. Here's Murray Boyles. Going inside. And that one is stuffed right through.
Well, for what he lacks in height, he more than makes up for it with his bounce.
Outside, Williams. And here's Nurkic for three. And another miss by Utah. Here's Walter. No made baskets yet. And there's the screen. Pass to Murray Boyles. Off target with the three.
Well, this has been far from his best game. And if they're going to come back here, he's got to find a way to get going.
Collier. Jams it in off a great move.
Now that's how you capitalize on a screen.
And good positioning, too. Gave him a clear path to the hoop.
Yeah, not only does he create the space he needs, but then he attacks downhill.
You're not going to fool the officials too often on an illegal screen.
Well, my feeling is you just want to make sure it's called consistently both ways.
Pass to Mykhailiuk. Banked it in off the glass. Williams has got 6.
Yeah, I love that. He comes off the pick and takes it right to the hole.
And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. And so it's Lauri Markkanen making things happen to the Jazz. Hit a couple from downtown this quarter. And don't go far. We'll be right back. And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same for the first 3 quarters. Raptors trail by 19. Here's Quickly driving in, and he banks in the layup.
Wow, that's a burst that time by Quickly. He got there in a hurry.
Pass to Mykhailiuk. And here's Nurkic. Shot clock at 6. Back to Mykhailiuk. From the baseline. Ooh, poked away.
He typically dominates that area of the floor. It just didn't drop.
Here's Garnett. Oh, and he brings it down with a two-handed jam.
Oh, yeah. That'll do it.
Wow, an emphatic two-handed slam. Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Williams from long range. Raptors trail by 15. Pass to Ingram. And they go to the intentional foul.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
Utah on D. Earlier in the game, they led by 19. Here's Garnett. 5 on the clock. Pulls up on the wing. And the Raptors getting another bucket right there.
Yeah, he's leading the charge for them. But let's be honest, he needs more help if they're going to get out in front.
He's doing everything he can to keep him in this game, finding good looks.
Pass to Bryant. He hits it just before the shot clock expires. And the Jazz lead by 15. Now here's Barrett. Yes! Using that window!
And Barrett did a nice job that time surveying the defense, saw his options, and he ended up taking it himself.
Quickly. That's what he wanted!
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
Well, you just have to communicate those switches. If you don't, it's on you.
Yeah, Markkanen is in rhythm, providing a major lift to this offense.
Quickly drives in. From deep. It's good from beyond the arc.
This is anyone's game now, and they have the momentum.
In order to cut into a lead the way that they have, you must be outstanding on both ends.
He got a piece of it. And there's contact and a whistle. So he's got 2 shots coming up. First one falls for him. Tim, you graduated with an MBA from an elite business school. How has that impacted how you look at the NBA?
Well, it certainly gives you a look at how the business side of things are impacted in the NBA and a real grasp of the numbers. And man, oh man, are those numbers big at this level.
There's a screen. Oh, got a piece of it. Here's Mamukelashvili. And they'll turn it over. Couldn't get the shot off. A shot clock violation.
Substitution for Toronto. Number 12.
They've got time on their side here, Grant.
And if they're smart, they'll milk the clock a little.
Using all of that size to create leverage and rip down that board.
Off on the layup. Utah leading by 12. A thunderous two-hander with authority.
With 2 hands on the rock, he powers it through.
Totally in control, protecting the ball the whole way. Here's Ingram. Double team on Ingram. Now quickly. Outside Ingram.
And there's no way this margin gets closed down. Great execution of a game plan and a nice win here for the Jazz.
And at first glance, it appeared to be an easy win for them. However, they had to weather some storms along the way, Grant.
Yeah, in terms of competitiveness, it was a lot closer than the final score indicates.
And so this win marks their first victory of the new year.
And against a non-conference opponent, you really want to win the first one. They'll go into the next one knowing how to beat this team for sure.
When you watch quickly, it's really easy to see how much his passing has improved since he first entered the league.
Oh, no good. Oh, deflected. Here's Markkanen. A one-handed jam, rocking the rim. Sent back. they were something special to watch tonight, and the crowd loving every second of it.
It's always a great feeling when you play